Hello, and thank you for coming to the class today. Today we're going to discuss alien civilizations and the Visitations to Earth, Series 1. We'll start with the assumption that alien life exists and there is no need to prove it. For abductees, that's not a problem. For everybody else, it probably, or at least if you're not an experiencer, it probably would be a problem. But the class can progress a lot faster if we just start with the assumption that they do exist, and either they come and go from someplace else to Earth, or from another dimension to Earth, or they exist on Earth in some capacity where they're not visible, or they're actually in hiding, whether the hiding's intentional or unintentional. And I would believe those two would be related to, if they, the same subject, if they physically came from someplace else here, or if they're coming from another dimension here. I believe if they're coming from another dimension here, their visibility might even require an output of energy on their source of some type, where they would probably be naturally invisible. That's just an assumption. There's nothing to back that up with, just an assumption, but we'll start with that. And so now that we start with that assumption that they've always been here, and they've always came and gone from here, and they've observed Earth for a long time, maybe hundreds of millions of years, maybe a billion or more years. It is quite possible that out of 4.2 to 4.5 billion years old that Earth is, that an insectoid race could have developed 3.5 billion years ago into a technological race, and then we could give them 1 million years, 10 million years, or 100 million years. It wouldn't matter. From that technology, that technological ability to become the spacefaring race, and that would still give them 2.5 or 3 billion years of advancement before we even came into the picture. And so something that advanced is their own self-protection probably makes them invisible to us constantly. And so I would assume that when they are visible, it's completely intentional, or Murphy's Law may apply to them as well, and there could be times where they're not intentional. But we're just talking about one race, that we could assume out of that length of time there could be hundreds, thousands, or millions. And so we'll just start with that basis. Okay, so with that assumption that they do exist, and we'll just start with keep it simple to one race, an insectoid race that's probably evolved here several billion years ago. Either it has the ability to travel interdimensionally, or faster than light speed, or both, or whichever the case may be, that they still come and go from Earth, and that they interfere with the human species on some level of genetic or medical manipulation. From my personal experience, it was to just sort of instill almost photographic memory for a good while, and maybe even a sense of long-term thinking, and a sense of a deeper long-term understanding of human impact than what the human's capable of understanding in say a 70 or 50 to 100-year lifespan. A short lifespan, it really causes interference with the ability to see things on a long-term scale, and keeps most of society stuck someplace where they're trying to deal with an immediate need, and that immediate need a lot of time conflicts with somebody else's immediate need, or somebody else's 10-year desire, 20, 30-year desire. And those two things come into conflict with each other, and in either case they never are focused on a 1,000-year or a 10,000-year plan for society. And here's the fundamental flaw with the whole thing that would cause a catastrophic event, or the failure to protect or stop a catastrophic event. There's very NASA and the Planetary Society are just now forming their first asteroid protection program, and so that's just in its infancy, and and that could all be easily stopped depending on a current administration or a political structure in the United States, or even Europe or Russia. All of them could change. So those are just baby steps the planet's trying to take, but getting to a longer view, a bigger picture of where we want society to go. We're at a point where we can control that, manipulate it, or at least there's a section of humanity that can, if they're willing to, and they all came together as one open, enlightened party, or political party maybe, or some kind of social party, or at least an awareness of each other, and some form of basis of communication between each other to achieve a long-term desired effect of where we'd like to see society go. And it's very possible. It's very possible to do, and so far as I can tell, that's what the intent of this insectoid intervention with humans and humankind was all about, was to maybe to try to achieve that type of effect, or at least apparently not with the entire population, but at least with the, I don't know if it's based on bloodlines or if it was just random, or because of available resources that to those that were selected. So that's some of what I think is going on.